All right, welcome back to the channel. So if you are someone who wants to build financial freedom, then this video is for you. So I'm here in London at a lovely hotel, and I thought I have to come on and share what I know to be 100% true, and is one of the key reasons why so many women never achieve financial freedom, never build generational wealth, and never truly have the freedom to just live life as they want. And if you are here joining this channel, if you are a part of this community, I know you want your life to be different. I know you don't want to be constrained by money when it comes to making your decisions. When it's whether to go on that trip or to say yes to that opportunity, we don't want money to come into as a factor of like, can I? Am I able to? Am I going to be worried about this? Am I going to be stressed about it? We want to live life totally feeling free and being able to say yes or no to whatever we truly want and not looking at the price tag to determine that. So one of the things that I know, and from all my work that I've had, that I've done with women from literally all over the world at this point, is that so many women never achieve financial freedom because they are so focused on working for money that they never understand how to make money work for them. So they end up stuck in this pattern of earning money, of spending money, but never breaking free of the cycle. And that's what I want to share with you today, is how do we break free from that cycle? How do you start making money work for you? So how can you actually build true financial freedom and generational wealth? So I've made a couple of notes of what I want to share with you. There's a couple of key things that you must be aware of. And the first is to take yourself on a money date. Now, if you are new to this concept of money date, it is a term that I love to use to describe where you set aside about an hour once a month, but maybe if you're just getting started, maybe it's once a week, to literally sit down, set the scene as if you're literally going on a date, maybe pour a glass of wine, light a candle, put on nice music, whatever it is. And you're opening up all of your bank statements, anywhere that you have money kept, and you're going through what is happening with my money on a monthly basis. So you want to see what is coming in, where is it coming from? Am I getting paid for what I'm owed? Is there outstanding amounts owed to me? You want to see, what am I spending? Where is it going to? So often, like the amount of women that I work with who, when I say, what are you spending on essentials this month? What are you spending on stuff that's just nice to have? They have no idea. So really check in with, where is my money going? Where am I sending it to? And what is essential? Like, what is my rent? What are my utilities? What are all the bills? All the specific things that I must pay every month. And then what is everything else? And in that everything else bucket, you really want to hone in on, where am I spending money on things that don't bring me joy? They don't bring me happiness. They're not really adding to my life. And maybe they're not even aligned with my values. That is where you can find extra money, free up extra money that we're going to use later on in this video. I'm going to share with you what to do with it. And it's really how you start making money work for you. So it's super, super key. Now, the next step is to create what I call a FU fund. It's literally so you can give an FU to what no longer serves you in life. So imagine you're walking into work tomorrow, but instead of stressing about office politics, a toxic boss, or are you going to get that promotion? What do? You can walk in with the full confidence and certainty that you can leave at any time. Right? You have your savings built up, you have money built up, that you can walk away from that at any single time. You are not being held hostage to that job. Now, you can transfer or replace the word job with anything. It's the same in your relationship. Unfortunately, I meet so many women who feel trapped in relationships because the financial dynamics, the financial power plays that have come into play in their relationship means that they feel really trapped to leave. And so when we talk about the FU fund and building up that savings, it's more than just savings. It's really about freedom. And that is to walk away from what no longer serves you, but also to say yes to what does. Right? When I started my business, The Witch of Wall Street, there was no way I was going to be living a high-paying, six-figure corporate finance job in London and starting something brand new in a business that I didn't know when it would work. I knew it would work, but I didn't know when. Right? I didn't know the when. There's no way I could have done that if I didn't have my own FU fund saved up, if I didn't have my own money working for me. So this piece is really about taking back your life, giving you the freedom to say yes to whatever that you want. So that is so, so key. Okay, so you've done your money date at this point. It's been fantastic. It's been romantic. You've gotten up close and personal with your money, and now you're feeling like your relationship with your money is improving. you've started to build up your savings fund, your FU fund, which is about 3 to 6 months of those essential expenses, right? So you have that buffer there. The next step is to, if you are working in a company, max out your workplace pension. This is an absolute must. In some countries, you're going to be auto-enrolled into your workplace pension. In the US, it's called a 401k. In other countries, it might just be called an occupational pension, your workplace pension. But this is literally free money. And here's what the cool thing is, right? If you are contributing, let's say 10% of your salary to your workplace pension, oftentimes your company will have a system in place where they are matching that. So check if you're working in a company what their percentage match is, but take full advantage of it because they are giving you free money, literally, without having to lift another finger to do any more work, any more effort. You are getting free money and it is amazing. So if you're still working in a company, max that one out. Now, what about if you aren't? What should we do next? What's our next step? Okay, so money date's done. You've got your FU fund set up. If you're working in a company, you've got your employer match maxed out. Awesome, you've got some free money. The next thing really is to look at your high interest rate debt. This kind of debt is a wealth killer, right? It literally will put your journey to financial freedom, to building wealth. It will stop it in its tracks. So we must tackle this head on. Now, high interest rate debt is anything over 8%. Now, the reason we want to make sure that you tackle this first is because the next exciting step that we get to when we talk about investing, we look at the percentages, the rates of return that you're going to get from investing versus what you're going to be paying on this high interest rate debt. So these kind of debts are things like your credit cards, your personal loans, anything that is just going to be so costly. Now, there's 2 ways that you can pay down your debt, right? So follow one of these strategies because this will help you achieve your goal of becoming debt-free, at least clearing these high interest rate debts so much faster. So the first type is what we call the Avalanche method. This is where you list your debts in order of highest to lowest interest rate. So we list all of your debts and then you look at, okay, what are all the interest rates on these debts? You look at the highest and you're going to go, okay, that's the highest interest rate. We're going to pay that one first, knock that one off, and then once that's cleared, we're going to look at the second one and then the third highest interest rate and keep moving down that list until it's all gone. Now, a key thing to be aware of is when I say you're paying down your highest interest rate debt first, it doesn't mean that we forget all the rest of the debts, right? Because then you're going to be racking up late fees and extra interest. We don't want that. So you want to make sure that you're paying the minimum still on everything. But this is really your strategy to pay down debt faster. So we're looking at any extra money that we have found from the money date where we were spending money on things that don't bring us value, we don't really enjoy, we're just doing it because, I don't know, we either think we should do it, we forgot that we signed up for that subscription, we don't really use the membership, we're finding that extra money and then we're putting it towards this high interest rate debt. Pay it down faster than the minimum. Right, the second option is called the Snowball method. Now, this is also a very popular option for debt paydown, and the reason being is that from a psychological point of view, so with the Snowball method, because you're listing your debts in order of the total outstanding balance, so how much money is actually left on that debt, how much you owe still, you're listing it from the smallest amount to the biggest. So the reason this works so well for people is, as I mentioned, from a psychological point of view, looking at that smaller debt and being able to pay that down faster gives us a sense of motivation, a bit of encouragement to keep going and be like, all right, if I've been able to get that first one done, I kind of feel like I can become debt-free, at least pay down these high interest rate debt, versus maybe tackling the one with the highest interest rate. It might take longer. So which one is the best option? Truly, it's whichever option works best for you, right? So pick one, make a plan, and then stick to it, because regardless of what you choose, if you stick to the plan, it will work and you will get those debts cleared. But now you can see why this is a system, right? And without knowing this overall system of how do you become financially free, there's so many places to mess up, to fall into a rut, to take the wrong turn. So remember, money date is first. Get your finances in order. Know where you're spending money that you don't have to be. Then build that FU fund. Give yourself that first taste of true financial freedom. Then we look at maxing out your employer pension. And then we're looking at paying down high interest rate debt. And all of that is building to the most exciting next step, which is start investing, right? So this is what I am all about. This is the thing that gets me most excited when I'm working with women. I'm actually hosting my mastermind at the moment. We are halfway through, and this is the week that our students, our amazing women, become investors. So I'm so excited. But start investing your money, right? And this is the big game changer, because as I said, the reason most women don't become financially free, don't build generational wealth, is because they're always working for money and they don't know how to make money work for them. And this point right here is where that changes, right? You are investing, you are becoming an investor, you're putting money to work for you in the stock market, in the financial markets, and it is so awesome, right? So you no longer are working for money alone, you're then making that money and you're putting it to work for you. Now, on average, the market over time, based on like historical records, returns about 10%. Now, contrast that to what you're getting in a regular bank account, a regular savings account, which is what? 0.3%? It is ridiculous. It's costing you money to have your money just sitting in a bank account. So do not make the mistake. That is a massive financial mistake, is to have your money just sitting in a regular bank account. Get it into investing. Start investing your money. Make it work for you. Make it grow. There is so much I want to share about investing. We're going to have to do another video on this. We don't have time in this video alone to go into investing. But before we wrap up, you might be wondering, but Laura, what about the low interest rate debt? I've cleared off the high interest stuff. What about the other stuff? So this is where, because you're going to be earning more from investing than you will be paying on the low interest rate debt, you can continue to take away at that debt, keep paying it down, keep meeting your minimum payments, but you're not as focused on overpaying that debt just yet, because the money that you're actually putting towards investing is going to make you more money than what you'd save paying down the low interest rate debt. But if you really want to skyrocket your journey to financial freedom, if you are a woman who's like, I want to not just master my finances, I want to build a life of true financial freedom, but for me, my family, those around me, like I want to be the one that breaks this generational pattern of living in lack, of living in scarcity, of always just getting by, always just having enough. I want to be the one who changes it. I want to be that change maker in my family, right? Be the one that builds first generational wealth. If you want to do that, the key to all of this, invest in your mind also. I say this to all the women I work with. Investing in the financial markets, investing your money without investing in your mind is a losing game. Investing just in your mind and just looking to manifest more money without learning how to manage your money and invest it in the market is a losing game. And let me just be really clear why. I have had women come to me who are making millions in their business but are no better off in their life, because they're making all this extra money, they've shifted their mindset, they're able to bring in all this abundance, it's amazing, but they don't have a clue how to manage it, right? They don't know how to invest their money, they don't know how to save their money properly, they don't know the right accounts to use, and so they end up leaving their money sit in a regular bank account. They're losing so much money by doing that, and they're spending unintentionally. They don't know where their money's really going, and so they end up not better off financially, and certainly nowhere close to what they could be if they knew the other piece of the equation, and vice versa. If you know how to manage your money and invest it, but you're never after clearing those limiting beliefs, never after really shifting your mindset so you can spot the opportunities to bring in massive amounts of more money, sure, you'll be able to manage your money, be able to invest a bit, but you'll never reach your true potential of being able to invest a massive amount that will make you so much more money that soon you won't, well soon, but at one point you won't have to even work anymore. You'll be able to live off the interest that your investments are making. These two go hand in hand so powerfully. It's why at the Witch of Wall Street, my business, we do both, right? We bring the strategy, we bring what we call the spirituality, the mindset, the inner work. We merge these two worlds together because they do not live apart. They are meant to be together. And that is the secret sauce. If you really want to build financial freedom, build generational wealth, live a life where money no longer dictates your decision making, you dictate your decision making based on what you truly want to be, what your soul really craves, what your soul really desires in this world. And that is it. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, share what more you want to hear from. We are starting a new journey here, so subscribe to our channel. It would mean so much to me. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.